Now to another standoff in another city. And as we all now know, this one had a very different ending. 18-year-old Sammy Yatim was killed in a police shooting over the weekend in Toronto. As the CBC's Ron Charles reports, there are calls today for changes to the way police officers are trained.
Tonight, family and friends began the difficult task of saying goodbye to a young man whose very public death has led to outrage and calls for change. The visitation for Sammy Yatim drew a large crowd.
And we promise everyone we'll do our best to make sure this tragedy, what did take place, it will never happen again to any child or to anyone.
Questions persist about why Constable James Fursillo was so quick to use deadly force when confronting Yatim armed with a knife but alone on a streetcar. For Doug Pritchard, Sammy Yatim's shooting brings back terrible memories.
It's very disturbing. I couldn't watch the video. My wife was watching it, I heard the sounds, and it just brought back the incident that I witnessed.
He witnessed the fatal police shooting last year of Michael Elligan, a patient from a psychiatric hospital who had stolen 2 pairs of household scissors. Pritchard has since become an advocate for changes in the way police handle such situations.
Their training says, if you feel you're threatened by this person, then shoot to kill. And in situations like this is completely inappropriate.
He convinced authorities to order Toronto's police chief to produce a report about how to improve training.
The police chief finally responded a year later, basically saying we're doing a pretty good job. And I don't accept that, because in the 3 months since his report, we've had 3 more deaths of people in crisis.
Ontario's ombudsman, Andre Morin, doesn't accept that either.
There have been literally dozens of inquests that have recommended measures to de-escalate this kind of conflict. Better training for the officers, for example. What has the Toronto Police Service done with the results of those inquests?
The ombudsman says he's looking into whether he can urge the province to order the force to change the way it trains its officers. A funeral will be held for Sammy Yatim tomorrow. Ron Charles, CBC News, Toronto.